As I've talked about many times before, the early 2000s was fantastic. The music, the style, the pop culture, it was a special time. Blink-182 controlled the radio, spiked hair was everywhere, and extreme sports filled every single neighborhood. The 2002 movie Clockstoppers was no different. I used to watch this movie all the time. My parents got it for me on VHS, and it consumed me. But perhaps that's my addictive personality taking over, probably. Directed by Jonathan Frakes, who's mostly known for his directorial work on the Star Trek movies. So it makes sense that he directs another science fiction film. The film follows the teenager Zach trying to buy a car. Like we all did, I suppose. He stumbles across a watch device in his father's stuff that seems to slow down time to such an extreme level it seems to stop altogether, which the film calls hypertime. Zach and company find out that a scientist is being forced to create the technology for the NSA company Quantum Tech, so he sends the watch to Zach's father for help. Since Zach unknowingly took the watch, Quantum Tech hunts down Zach just to get the watch back, and even kidnaps his father in the process. Can Zach and company save his father and keep the technology out of the wrong hands? Let's rewatch the movie together and find out.
You can put me in with the cargo.
I love disguises in kid movies because that's got to be the worst beard I've ever seen. I love bad disguises, but hey, I can't make fun of it too much because it's not like I could do any better.
Not if I'm dead, you can't.
Sir, you forgot your keys.
Keep up.
So let me get this straight. This guy's going on a family vacation with his wife and kids, and random beard guy offers him $900 for his plane ticket. Well, shit, I'd probably do the same. What a goofy dad move, though. Like, oh, sorry, honey, I must have misplaced my ticket.
Hey, what do you...
Hey, watch it, buddy.
You know, knowing the plot in this movie, this scene really doesn't make that much sense. I mean, how are they controlling the beard guy's body? Like, time dilation and attraction powers are two completely different powers. Does the watch have unlisted powers that we don't know about? Unless, actually, come to think about it, here's what I have a theory on this. Okay, so listen, we're gonna pause the video and think about this. What if the bad guys went in hyper time and slowly moved his body back, so in real time it looks like his body's flying, but in quantum time they were really just carrying his body? That's probably exactly what happened, because I wrote it in the script that it doesn't make a lot of sense, but now it makes sense, so just forget this. We're gonna move on here. Holy shit! It's Inspector Gadget 2 guy, also known as French Stewart. Wow, happy to see you here, pal. Good lord, that guy's awesome. Holy shit, it's Kyle Reese, the guy from Terminator, man. Good lord, this movie is peanut butter and jam packed with actors. Christ. You know, it's not an early 2000s movie if it doesn't have Blink-182 in the soundtrack. And fun fact, it's because of this very scene that I even listened to Blink-182 to begin with. So it's safe to say that Clockstoppers, the classic movie from 2002, altered my life forever. So this guy, Zach, played by Jesse Bradford, must have been the absolute coolest dude in 2002. He's got an earpiece with Blink-182 blasting while he's doing some sick BMX tricks on his mountain bike. You couldn't write anything cooler in the 2000s. Hang on. This physics professor, also known as Zach's father, just randomly gave his class a couple of days off because he's going out of town? I never got days off in college if it wasn't a holiday. Well, I'm looking at you, SUNY Binghamton. Where the fuck was that energy?
Being able to perform delicate surgery between the beats of a heart. Huh?
DJ contest tomorrow night. I'm signed up.
Holy shit, they kept the Inspector Gadget 2 guy in hyper time for a week, and for him it was 20 years? That's got to be the most brutal torture method I have ever seen in a movie. Holy shit. Think about how terrifying that would be. Getting stuffed in a room for 20 years. And for everybody else, it's a week. That's horrifying.
You know, when your father's old and gray, you're going to regret not having a better relationship with him.
Oh, what's the matter? No habla inglés.
I'm pretty sure that's racist. Also, why does that guy have a pacifier on his neck? Was that some sort of fashion in 2002 that I completely missed? Because that's a little goofy.
The only thing is that I have to babysit my little brother and sister, but...
So Zach grabs the magical watch out of the box of his father's stuff, and you can already tell where this is gonna go. Told ya.
Don't make me kick your ass. Hey, Francesca! I think I found your troublemaker. I don't know what you guys are throwing.
Hang on, let's think about this scene for a second. What in the absolute fuck is wrong with this guy? Where in his right mind did he think it was okay to bring a supposedly dead animal into the kitchen of the girl that he's on a date with and think everything is all fine and dandy? This guy deserves the chaos that's about to ensue. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender fluid, and everybody else in between, I hope you're enjoying the video. I love Clockstoppers from 2002. I just wanted to take a moment to plug my Patreon. Go to patreon.com/officialjoeyc for all your exclusive Joey C needs. Here, we have all our monthly Patreon supporters. I greatly appreciate their support. Without them, I would be a very lost and sad boy. If you want to support me on Patreon, you get a plethora of perks. We got behind the scenes content, exclusive movie reviews, exclusive live streams, exclusive videos that you wouldn't normally see on YouTube, and weekly Patreon check-ins. So I'd love to have your support over there at patreon.com/officialjoeyc. All right, enough plugging. Let's go back to the video. Boom, baby.
This is weird.
Okay, that's a weird, out of place fourth wall break.
Push this button.
Hang on, ignoring the universe-breaking science in the scene for a second, look how abnormally large this girl's house is. I mean, it's unrealistically large. Also, fun fact about this house, it's used as the school in Halloween H2O 20 years later, and it's also used as the mansion in Scream 3. The more you know.
Accelerating your molecules so fast the rest of the world would seem like it was standing still.
And this is Einstein's theory of relativity. God, that makes me sound like a massive nerd. I didn't mean to nerd out. I'm currently reading a book about it, and it just fascinates me. All right, let's go on to something cooler. And now they're running around town causing absolute chaos and mayhem and destruction? These people are out of their minds. Lock them up. They're deranged. Good Lord, what is wrong with them?
DJ Swamp is the winner of this round.
I just want to point out that the bully in this movie has an uncanny resemblance to the bully in Good Burger. I can't unsee it now. Man, this was supposed to be a DJ battle, not a dance-off. What the hell is going on here? And plus, who's playing the music in the background when the DJs are dancing? I thought that's what the DJs were for. What the hell's going on here?
First off, let's give him a little attitude. Okay, and get one arm while I grab the other and pull.
That has got to be sexual assault, or damn near close to it. I am not digging the vibe of them touching their bodies without them knowing. You know, let's think about this scene for a second. So Zach and the bad guys both have hypertime watches. That makes sense why they're not affected by each other's hypertime, right? But Inspector Gadget 2 guy doesn't have a hypertime watch, and he's somehow in hypertime, right? And here's the other thing. The cars, right? Everybody else's cars is not affected by hypertime, or is affected, right? They're all slowed down. But the bad guy and Zach's cars are not affected. Does it have to do with like touch? Like if I have a hypertime watch and I touch this car is not affected by hypertime. What about the ground he's walking on, right? What about everything else he touches? How is that not affected by hypertime? You know what? Listen, I'm going to stay awake for days thinking about the physics at play here. So we're just going to suspend our disbelief and move on.
Where'd you get the band, kid?
Not now. Let him breathe.
Mom.
This has got to be the dumbest way anybody has ever been caught in a movie ever. I mean, do you understand how much planning and luck would have to go into this for this to actually work out? It makes no sense at all.
My name is Henry Gates. I'm with QT Laboratories. I believe we have a mutual friend.
This is messed up, Doppler. This is really messed up. What? How do you think I feel?
So let me get this straight. To get people out of hypertime, they spray their bodies with liquid nitrogen to slow their molecules down to normal speed. So Zach and company decide to fill paintballs from a paintball gun with liquid nitrogen to shoot them so it could slow their molecules back to normal. That is so fucking cool. I love this movie.
Hello, Zachary.
Dad, you're always saying that I only show up when I need something. Now I'm trying to help you. You don't even appreciate it?
I'm sorry.
So Zach and Dad and the gal are trapped in the hypertime chamber and are probably going to be killed. I don't think now is the best time for a father-son argument.
Good night, little man.
So the movie ends with a nice happy ending. The good guys were saved, the bad guys were arrested, the technology was kept out of the wrong hands, and it even has Inspector Gadget 2 guy returning to his original age in the movie, also featuring the worst voiceover I have ever seen in a movie.
Oh, hey, Mrs. G. How's it hanging?
Doppler?
Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender fluid, and everybody else in between, we just revisited Clockstoppers from 2002. What a fantastic movie, dude. Like I said, I cherished it from my childhood. It was a lot of fun to rewatch as an adult. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. Keep your eye out for the next video, episode, movie, live stream, whatever it is, man. Listen, cherish the precious moments, be love, and stay, dude. I'm out of here. See you later. Boom, baby. Cut the clip, cut the tape. I can't speak anymore. Good God. What the hell's clut? What the hell's clut the tape, man? You're an idiot.